Okay, so today we're going to take a deep dive into AI agents and their potential to kind of shake things up in the tech world by, let's say, 2030.
Okay.
We're looking at this really interesting prediction from the Motley Fool.
Interesting.
They think one AI company could actually be bigger than Nvidia by then.
Wow, that's
pretty wild, right?
That is a bold prediction.
Yeah.
Especially considering how Nvidia's stock has just been skyrocketing.
Absolutely.
This past year.
Yeah.
Their GPUs are...
Oh, they're essential.
Yeah, essential.
For a lot of AI development right now. The article even points that out.
Right.
But it argues that the next phase of AI, it's not going to be just about hardware.
Okay.
It's about what you can actually do with it.
I see.
You know, what you can do with that hardware.
I see.
And that's where this whole agentic AI comes in.
Right.
The Motley Fool article sees Microsoft as like this front runner in this new wave of AI development.
Interesting.
And they might just have the edge to overtake Nvidia in the long run.
I see.
But before we get into that, I think it'd be helpful to just clarify what we even mean by agentic AI.
Yeah, good point.
Right.
I think a lot of people hear that and they think buzzword.
Right, exactly.
Right.
Just another buzzword.
But it's actually a pretty significant shift from the AI we've been seeing.
Yeah, okay. So how would you explain it?
Like earlier forms of AI.
Okay.
Imagine they're like really, really good calculators.
Yeah.
Like they can crunch the numbers, they can follow your instructions, but they can't really act independently.
Okay.
Agentic AI, on the other hand, it's actually designed to understand context.
Interesting.
To make decisions and even take actions with very little human input.
So it's not just processing data.
Right.
It's like it's understanding
goals
and figuring out how to reach them.
Exactly.
Okay.
That's a good way to put it.
So the Motley Fool article uses Microsoft's Magentic-One as a prime example of this.
Okay.
And it's basically a system where a lead AI agent can actually manage multiple other...
Right. So it's managing other AI
agents to get these complex tasks done.
Interesting.
So like almost like a project manager. For AI.
You can think of it that way.
So instead of us giving the AI like step-by-step instructions, it can actually look at a task, break it down, and be like, okay, you do this part, you do this, or you do this part.
That's the idea.
That's kind of mind-blowing.
Yeah. And Microsoft is already integrating these AI agents into their Copilot suite.
Oh, into Copilot, which is, a lot of people are using that already.
A lot of people are using it for work.
Yeah, like for drafting email.
For emails, for summarizing documents.
Right.
Yeah.
But with these AI agents, it could handle even more complex processes.
More complex stuff.
Not just like, little tasks here and there.
Right.
So give me an example.
Okay, so imagine your Copilot. Not just helping you write emails.
Okay.
But it's actually analyzing all your sales leads.
Okay.
And then prioritizing them. And then sending out personalized messages to each one.
Oh, wow.
That's the kind of potential.
So instead of just automating like tasks, we're automating like workflows.
Yeah, entire workflows.
And that's not just like
and this is not
a pipe dream, right?
No, this is like
it's already happening.
Actually happening.
The article mentions over 100,000 organizations are using Microsoft's Copilot Studio to actually build these AI agents.
That's a huge number.
Yeah.
100,000.
They're even claiming that it's the largest AI agent ecosystem in the world.
That's a bold statement.
Yeah.
And it seems like businesses are actually seeing results.
They are seeing results.
Like real results.
Yeah.
The article talks about all these customer testimonials, saving time, saving money.
They're saving time and
with these AI agents.
Yeah, it's pretty impressive.
And that translates to
big financial projections
for
Microsoft.
Right.
Their AI business is expected to hit $10 billion.
$10 billion.
$10 billion in revenue.
Okay.
Very soon.
Wow.
And some analysts think it could even grow
to $100 billion.
$100 billion
in revenue.
Wow.
by 2027.
That's wild.
It's a number worth paying attention to.
Okay, so
yeah,
what makes the Motley Fool think that Microsoft could actually surpass Nvidia?
Good question.
I mean, didn't you say Nvidia was like essential for AI development?
Well, they are.
Okay.
But the article points out that Nvidia has already seen
okay.
so much growth.
Right.
Like their stock price has already exploded.
Yeah. Right?
Right. So it's like it might be reaching a plateau.
Okay.
Whereas Microsoft, they're just starting to really tap into this potential of agentic AI.
So it's like the underdog story.
You could say that. Yeah.
Like Microsoft's coming in with this like new approach.
It's a new approach to AI.
And investors are betting that it could like
could be huge.
Lead to like a massive shift.
Shift in the tech landscape.
Yeah. So the bigger question is, what does this mean?
What does it mean for the rest of us?
For all of us.
Yeah. Like if Microsoft does become this dominant player in agentic AI, how's that going to impact
for the average person?
The average person, exactly.
That's a great question.
It is.
It's not just about stock prices, right?
No, it's bigger than that.
It's to change the way
it could change
we live and work.
The way we live and work, absolutely.
So let's maybe delve into like the societal implications of this.
I think that's important. To consider. Yeah.
Because it's not just
it's not just about business. It's about
our lives.
Lives, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So let's get into it.
All right, let's do it.
Yeah, it really could change things.
Yeah.
The article even talks about
how these AI agents could change like everything.
Yeah.
From our jobs
to
just like our daily routine.
Okay.
I think people are probably most concerned about the impact on like employment.
Right. That's understandable.
Yeah. Anytime automation comes up, people are like,
the robot's going to take our jobs?
Yeah, our robot's going to take our jobs.
Yeah.
And it's a valid concern.
Right.
But it's not necessarily this simple equation of like robots replacing humans.
Right.
Remember, we're talking about agents that can like manage all these complex processes.
Right.
So this could actually free up human workers to focus on for more strategic stuff. More creative tasks.
So instead of replacing jobs outright, it's more about like
it's about changing
the nature of work.
Yeah, changing the nature of work. Some experts even think that this shift towards agentic AI could actually create new job categories.
Oh, wow.
That we haven't even thought of yet. Like roles that involve like managing and collaborating
with AI,
with these AI agents, or like designing and optimizing these complex systems.
Yeah, that's a good point. We tend to focus on like what jobs are going to be lost.
Right.
But new technologies also create new opportunities.
They create new opportunities.
Yeah.
And it's not just the workplace either.
Oh, yeah.
Think about education.
Okay.
Imagine like personalized tutors that can adjust to like each student's learning style and pace, or even AI assistants that can help us manage our schedules, our finances, all those daily tasks.
So it's like
a super efficient, like personal assistant, but for everything,
and one that's like constantly learning and improving.
Okay, so this all sounds
it's amazing, but it does raise some questions, like what, for example, if we become so reliant on these AI agents, what happens to like our own problem-solving skills? Do we risk like
becoming too
dependent on these systems?
That's a good question.
Yeah.
It's like anything else. Right.
Too much reliance.
Yeah, you can get complacent.
Yeah, you can get complacent.
But at the end of the day, AI is a tool.
It is a tool.
And it's up to us to use it responsibly. And to like maintain our own, critical thinking. You got to maintain your critical thinking skills. Absolutely.
Okay, let's get back to this prediction from the Motley Fool.
Yeah.
I mean, it's fascinating to think about.
It is.
Like the future and all this stuff.
Yeah.
But the article is really focused on...
The article's focused on...
an idea of Microsoft surpassing Nvidia.
In value.
In terms of value,
And that's really tied to...
And that's tied to...
their bet on this whole agentic AI.
This bet on agentic AI, yeah.
So they're basically saying this shift towards AI agents is going to be...
It's going to be huge. And Microsoft is in a really good position.
They're ready.
They're ready to capitalize on it.
Yeah,
and I think part of that comes down to their approach with Magentic-One.
Right. With Magentic-One.
Remember we talked about how it's like
that system.
That system where
the lead AI agent can coordinate the work.
On all the other agents.
Of all the other agents.
Yeah, like the conductor leading the orchestra.
Yeah, exactly.
With AI.
But with AI.
Yeah.
And what's really interesting is the lead agent isn't just like giving orders. It's actually learning from the actions of the sub-agent. So the entire system.
The whole system is getting
smarter over time.
As it does more.
Yeah. As it completes more tasks.
So the more it's used, the better it gets. At managing these complex processes.
Exactly.
Right.
And that could give Microsoft a real edge.
Yeah.
Like imagine a company being able to automate not just individual tasks, but like entire workflows.
It's sad.
That's a game changer.
It sounds like something out of a sci-fi movie.
It does, doesn't it? But then again, a lot of things that we used to think were sci-fi are becoming reality.
Like what?
Like self-driving cars.
Oh, self-driving cars. Yes.
A few years ago.
Yeah.
That seemed crazy.
Right.
Now we've got companies testing fully autonomous vehicles on public roads.
It makes you wonder, like, what else is going to seem impossible now?
Exactly.
That's going to be, like, totally normal in, like...
What's going to be normal?
10, 20 years?
Yeah, 10 or 20 years.
Speaking of seemingly impossible things...
Okay.
The article also mentions this idea of artificial general intelligence.
AGI.
Or AGI.
That's the holy grail
what is that?
Of AI research.
Okay.
It's the idea of creating an AI that's as intelligent as a human being.
As smart as a human.
As smart as a human. Capable of, like, learning and solving any problem.
Wow.
That we can.
That's a pretty mind-blowing concept.
It is mind-blowing.
Like, is it even possible?
That's the question, right?
Yeah. We're still trying to figure out.
We're still figuring it out.
AI that can book a flight. Or order a pizza.
Right, reliably.
Reliably.
Yeah, it's definitely a long-term goal.
Okay.
Most experts think AGI is still like decades away.
Decades.
If not centuries away.
Okay.
But there are some people who think it could happen much sooner.
Okay.
And if it does, it would fundamentally change everything.
Everything. It'd be like a whole other sci-fi novel.
A whole other world.
Yeah.
But let's not get too ahead of ourselves.
Right.
AGI is still very much, you know...
In the realm of, like...
In the realm of speculation.
Speculation.
Yeah. So for now, let's focus on the more practical challenge of developing AI agents that can, like, actually function.
In the real world.
In the real world.
Yeah.
Because even that is a huge undertaking.
Yeah. What are some of the, like, biggest hurdles right now?
So one of the biggest challenges is data.
Data.
These AI agents need massive amounts of data to learn and improve. And that data needs to be like
good data.
High quality.
High quality.
Relevant and unbiased.
Unbiased. Okay.
Because if an AI agent is trained on biased data, it's going to make biased decisions.
That makes sense.
Yeah, it's like...
Let's see, they're teaching a kid.
It's like teaching a kid.
With like a biased textbook.
A biased textbook.
Right.
They're going to come out...
You're going to have that.
With a skewed view.
Skewed view of the world.
Of the world.
Yeah.
So
data is one thing.
Data is one.
What else?
Another big one is scalability.
Scalability, okay.
So it's one thing to develop an AI agent. That can, like...
Perform
a specific task in a controlled environment.
Right. In a lab.
In a lab.
Okay.
But it's much harder to create agents that can operate out in the real world.
Real world.
Where they're going to encounter all sorts of unexpected...
Right, all the curveballs.
Yeah, all the curveballs.
Okay.
All the unexpected situations.
So they need to be adaptable.
They need to be adaptable.
They need to be able to learn.
You got to learn on the fly.
On the fly.
Yeah. And they need to be able to interact with humans in a natural and intuitive way.
Okay.
That's where things like natural language processing and emotional intelligence come into play.
Right.
You know? We want AI agents that can understand not just what we're saying, but like...
How we're saying it.
How we're feeling.
How we're feeling,
Yeah. Okay.
It's almost like we're trying to create like a digital version of ourselves.
A digital version of ourselves in a way.
Yeah.
But it's important to remember that AI agents, even the most advanced ones, they're still tools.
Right.
They're extensions of our own capabilities.
Right.
And ultimately, it's up to us to decide
how to use them.
How we want to use them.
Which brings up another point.
Right.
Like, what about the role of government?
Oh, the role of government.
In all this, in regulating this.
Regulating.
Yeah.
I mean, as these agents become more powerful.
The common spread.
Commonplace.
Yeah.
It seems like.
Governments are going to have to.
They're going to have to step in. And set some
ground rules.
Ground rules, yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Because they have a responsibility.
Right.
To protect their citizens. From potential harm.
Right, but at the same time.
We don't want to.
You don't want to.
Stifle innovation.
Stifle innovation, right?
It's a
balancing act.
Yeah. Too much regulation.
Stifle. Could stifle innovation.
But too little.
Could lead to unintended consequences.
Exactly. Yeah, it's complicated.
So
where do you think things are headed?
Where do I think things are headed?
Yeah.
In terms of regulation.
Yeah.
It's hard to say for sure.
Okay.
But one thing is certain.
Okay.
The conversation is just beginning.
Yeah.
And it's a conversation that needs to involve everyone. Not just the tech companies.
That's just the tech companies, right?
Not just the governments.
Yeah.
It needs to involve
all of us.
You're right. Yeah. We all have a stake in this.
We all have a stake.
I mean,
because this technology is going to shape
the future
that we all live in. Yeah, and that brings up another really crucial point.
Okay, what's that?
The user experience.
Okay.
We can talk all day about the technical challenges of AI development.
In the building these things.
Yeah, but at the end of the day, it all comes down to how these systems interact with humans.
With people, with us.
With people.
Yeah.
So even the most sophisticated AI agent is useless.
Right.
If people find it
if it's too hard to use.
Frustrating.
Annoying. Yeah.
Difficult to use.
If it's clunky.
Right. So
it's got to work.
We need to design these AI agents
that are it's intuitive, user-friendly,
easy to use,
and seamlessly integrated into our lives.
Okay.
They need to be able to communicate effectively. They need to understand
what we want.
Our intentions. And provide assistance.
Okay.
In a way that feels natural and helpful.
It's almost like designing a good website or app.
It is like designing a good website or app.
It needs to be. Easy to use.
Easy to navigate.
Easy to understand.
And just like with any good design, it's all about putting the user
at the center. Okay.
We need to be thinking about how these AI agents can make our lives easier.
Right, like actually make things better.
Easier, more efficient.
And more enjoyable. Yeah.
So it's not just about building... smart machines.
Building smart machines.
It's about building machines that people actually want to use. Okay.
And that's the challenge.
Right.
That goes beyond just technology.
It
involves understanding human psychology. Human behavior. And even ethics.
Oh, ethics. That's a whole other can of worms.
That's a whole other conversation.
Yeah.
So
we've talked about
some of the potential benefits. Of AI agents.
Yeah.
But what about the potential downsides?
Are there any
Are there ethical considerations we need to be thinking about?
Yeah, what are we not?
There are definitely ethical implications to consider.
Okay.
One of the biggest concerns is the potential for these AI agents to be used in ways that could harm or disadvantage certain groups of people.
Okay.
For example, if an AI agent is trained on data that reflects existing societal biases, it could
learn those biases,
perpetuate those biases, in its decision making,
perpetuate them further, right?
Exactly.
Yeah, that's a really important point.
I mean,
got to make sure
that these AI agents are developed and deployed in a way that's fair and equitable.
Equitable.
For everyone.
For everyone.
For everyone.
Yeah.
And that means being mindful
of those potential
biases in the data.
In the data, yeah.
It also means being transparent.
Transparent.
About how these AI agents work.
Okay.
And making sure that humans retain ultimate control.
Right. So we're not just...
we're not just...
building smart machines.
Building smart machines.
We're
building responsible machines. And that's a responsibility that falls on all of us.
On all of us.
From the researchers who are developing these systems to the companies.
Companies using them.
That are deploying them to the individuals.
To the people using them.
And we're using them.
Yeah. It's a collective effort.
It's a collective effort.
We all got to be thinking about this.
Oh, got to be thinking about it.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a big
responsibility.
It really is a collective effort.
And as we move further into this uncharted territory, I think it's really important to think about the long term.
The long term implications of all of this.
Of
AI agents. Yeah, how is it gonna...
How will it affect
society?
Society as a whole.
Yeah, as a whole.
What will it mean?
Yeah, what's it even going to mean?
To be human.
To be human.
In a world where we're interacting with intelligent machines.
Intelligent machines.
All the time.
All the time.
On a daily basis.
Yeah, those are some...
big questions.
Right.
I have to admit.
Yes, it's tough to think about.
Daunting to think about. We're talking about a potential paradigm shift.
It is a paradigm shift.
In how we live and work. And even think.
Yeah, and the article touches on some of that. Like the social impacts.
The workforce, education.
Right, but it really
it really just scratches the surface.
Yeah. Okay, so let's try to dig a little deeper.
So let's dig deeper. Let's say these AI agents become as integrated
into our lives. As the Motley Fool is predicting.
Right.
How do you think that's going to change?
Yeah, how's it going to change?
Our day-to-day experiences.
Our day-to-day lives.
How's it going to...
Yeah.
How's it going to change?
I think for one thing, we'll see a big increase in efficiency and convenience.
Okay, so what?
Yeah, imagine a world where your AI agent handles all the mundane stuff.
Like what kind of stuff?
Like scheduling your appointments.
Okay.
Booking your travel.
Okay.
Managing your finances.
Okay.
Even filtering your emails.
Wow, that would free up.
That would free up so much.
Thought and energy.
For people to focus on more meaningful things.
Okay, yeah. So it's having a personal assistant.
Like having a personal assistant. That's available 24/7. Anticipates your needs.
Right.
And never takes a vacation. Okay, that sounds
pretty good.
Pretty appealing.
Yeah.
But what about the downsides?
There are potential downsides.
Like what?
Like, could this level of convenience lead to a decline in certain skills?
Yeah.
Or even make us more isolated from each other?
Okay. Yeah.
It's a possibility.
It's a possibility.
If we become...
Yeah, if we just let...
too reliant on these AI agents to do everything for us, we might lose some of our ability.
Yeah, to solve problems. Independently,
Or to navigate
complex social situations.
Yes.
So it's about
finding a balance.
Finding that.
Using AI as a tool.
Right, as a tool, not a crutch.
To enhance our capabilities.
Yeah.
But not becoming overly dependent on it.
Right, okay.
It's like anything else. Moderation is key. Yeah.
But let's talk about the social aspect a bit more.
Okay, the social aspect.
Do you think AI agents could actually change?
Yeah, could they change?
The way we interact with each other.
Okay.
I think it's inevitable.
Okay.
Because as AI agents get smarter, they'll be able to understand and respond to emotions in more nuanced ways.
Okay.
This could lead to the development of
what?
Like AI companions.
AI companions?
That provide emotional support.
Okay.
Or even AI therapists.
AI therapists.
That help people work through mental health challenges. So they could be almost like friends.
Could be like friends.
Wow.
It's not impossible. Yeah. We already see people forming these emotional attachments.
Right, to
like virtual assistants.
Like Siri.
Seriously.
Yeah. Or even just chatbots.
Yeah.
And as this AI technology gets more advanced,
that's better.
Those bonds are probably going to get even stronger.
But wouldn't that be kind of
weird?
It might seem strange at first.
Yeah.
But technology has always shaped how we interact with each other.
Yeah.
We went from writing letters to making phone calls.
Texting to whatever the kids are doing these days.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Each new technology changed how we connect.
Okay.
So AI agents could just be...
Could be the next step.
The next step in that evolution.
It's true. I mean, we've always adapted.
We've always adapted.
To new ways of communicating.
Yeah, but this feels like different somehow, like more profound.
Very profound.
Yeah, like it could actually change what it means.
What it means to be human.
To be human, that's it.
Yeah. Deep thought.
Yeah.
And it's one that philosophers and ethicists are thinking about right now.
Okay.
You know, if we create AI agents that can learn and adapt and
like feel emotions.
Even feel emotions. Does that blur the lines?
Does that blur the lines?
Between humans?
Between humans?
And machines.
And machines, yeah.
And if so, what does that mean?
What does that mean for
how we understand
personality, identity, morality? Yeah.
Those are some
big questions.
Big questions.
And honestly, I don't know if we have the answers yet.
I don't know if we do.
But I think it's clear that we need to be thinking about them.
We need to be thinking about these issues
as we go.
As we develop and integrate these systems into our lives.
So to bring it back to where we started.
Okay.
This Motley Fool prediction about Microsoft.
About Microsoft.
Surpassing Nvidia.
Yeah, potentially surpassing Nvidia.
It's not just
about
a financial forecast.
A financial forecast.
It's like
it's a glimpse into the future.
Glimpse into a future.
A future that's coming.
That's rapidly approaching. A future where
AI agents
could
that's
play
like a major part of
a central role
our lives.
In our lives, whether or not Microsoft becomes
the big winner.
The dominant player.
Yeah.
Almost doesn't matter.
It's almost beside the point.
The bigger takeaway is... agentic AI is coming.
Agentic AI is coming.
It's going to change everything.
And what does that mean?
What does that mean?
For you.
Our listener.
Our listener.
It means you have a front row seat.
You have a front row seat.
To one of them.
To one of the most...
so significant
technological revolutions in human history.
It's a time of...
incredible
opportunity,
but also one that demands
careful consideration.
Yeah, careful consideration and thoughtful engagement. Don't just sit back and watch it happen. Yeah. Stay informed.
Right.
Ask questions. Be part of the conversation.
The
future of AI is being shaped right now. And you have a voice. And how that future unfolds.
Well said.
Yeah.
That's all the time we have for today's deep dive into the world of AI agents.
It's been a pleasure.
We hope you found it.
Exploring these ideas.
Insightful and thought-provoking.
Absolutely.
And to our listeners, keep diving deep. Keep questioning. And keep imagining. The possibilities.
The future.
It's just waiting.
It's waiting.
To be written.